So what are closing costs? Who pays for them? And how do I pay less in closing costs? Let's open up our notebooks, go back to school, and switch our major over to mortgage. So what are closing costs? Closing costs are going to be fees associated with the transaction, whether it be a purchase or a refinance. These are going to come in the form of attorney's fees, bank fees, taxes, appraisal fee, lender's title insurance, owner's title insurance. So basically all of the things that are associated with the cost of the actual transaction of the mortgage. In addition to closing cost, at closing for a purchase or refinance, you're going to need to bring your escrows or your prepaids. And these are accounts you're going to set up at closing that have money in them for insurance and taxes. Each month you're going to put money into these accounts, and whenever they're due, your loan servicer or who collects your payments is going to make these taxes and insurance payments for you. So who's going to pay these closing costs? We've got three different options. Option one is the easiest. You're going to bring the cash to closing. In addition to your down payment, you're going to go ahead and pay for all the fees associated and set up your taxes and insurance escrows. Option two, you can take a higher interest rate. The bank is going to give you a lender credit, which are going to go towards paying your closing costs. So for a $500,000 purchase price, $400,000 loan amount, 20% down, looking at around $6,900 in closing costs, the fees associated with the transaction. So if you went up half a point to 5.5%, we would actually be able to give you a lender credit of $6,900 to cover these costs at closing. That's going to raise your payment around $124 a month. And I'll talk more about mortgage strategy and when this would be a good idea to do it. And it really comes down to if we plan on refinancing or selling the home within 5 or 7 years. Third option is going to be a seller credit. So for a $500,000 purchase price, $400,000 loan amount, the seller is going to be receiving $500,000 at closing. We could raise the purchase price $6,900, and then the seller could give you a credit for $6,900 at closing. The seller's bottom line doesn't change. Your loan amount is going to go up $5,250, and your payment's going to go up $2,800. But you've saved $6,900 at closing in the form of closing cost. This is kind of the last option. I would typically suggest if the mortgage interest rate lender credit option wasn't available. So these are kind of what closing costs are, who pays for them, and different strategies on how you can pay less. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Feel free to follow me on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, and I hope everyone has a great rest of their day.